And hey man, let me tell you something. Let's just talk for a little bit. Come on in, man. Sit on down. We ain't doing nothing. Let me hit a button for y'all. Y'all need a button before you get settled?
Well, come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
Hey, man. Schotty said something I think it's worth tapping in with. Jerry Jones kind of echoed it. Jerry said it in his own Jerry way, but I don't think we messing around with this Schotty culture thing, bro. I don't think he's messing around. I think there's some consistency coming from him. I think that there's a real era of accountability in the locker room. And I think at the end of the day, it's going to be fantastic for this football team. Let's just talk about the running back situation for a little while. First and foremost, Javonte Williams was a little better than we thought it was. Now, mind you, Javonte Williams ain't like he went crazy for 150 yards or nothing like that, but we didn't know what to expect with Javonte Williams. And typically when they give running back old man treatment, it ends up looking like Zeke. And anytime something looks like Zeke, I think is a fantastic thing.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created
Okay, my bad. It's terrible when they treat running backs like Zeke and they show up and they look old and they look like they haven't done very much. But Javonte Williams shocked us a little bit. No qualms with him, no quarrels with that situation at all. Then you got Hunter Lipke, who's kind of, I don't want to say babied into the running back group or whatever, but he has a particular set of jobs. Didn't do a whole bunch of them. He did more teams things than anything. Only played 6 snaps of offense, but Hunter Lipke is a part of this running back room, right? Now there's the rest of it and what we do with it. Miles Sanders, I believe, caused a bit of a hubbub on Cowboy Twitter last week, and I was one of the leading charges of it with my Twitter following, so to speak. Miles Sanders had one good play that impressed me, but 2 times I looked at him and he kind of upset me a little bit. Miles Sanders breaking out in the open field. Now, mind you, it was blocked up nicely, so never know what could have happened with that. But Miles got caught from behind by Zach Bond.
Did you hear what I said?
That ain't cute. And that's like strike one for me. And then we finally get to the red zone. It was really more goal line than red zone. The Cowboys were in perfect scoring. They were in a perfect scoring situation. And this thing could have been a totally different game. But then, Miles fumbles right before the rain situation, the thunder and lightning weather situation, right? So now there's 2 humongous strikes on Miles Sanders. And the one thing that everybody keeps saying on social media is, well, 1, Jaydon Blue wouldn't have got caught from behind. And 2, you ain't got to worry about Jaydon Blue fumbling right there because Jaydon Blue would have just scored. We wouldn't be in that situation. And now we're thinking about, is this running back room the best that it possibly can be? Are we leaving food on the plate? Are we leaving money on the table? Are we leaving meat on the bone? The answer is yes. Your running back room is not as good. Your running back room could definitely use a shot of Jaydon Blue directly into your veins. Schottenheimer's culture says, hold my beer, and I respect it. I respect it. A part of me says, well, coach, you have this culture of accountability, and that's fire. Voch a couple of weeks ago would have the point of view or the mindset of the only thing better than accountability is better dudes. You get better dudes, I don't care nothing about your accountability. We could just go fly and we could just, do our thing there. And maybe if Jaydon Blue was more of a superstar type player, like if Adrian Peterson was here, I don't think that prime Adrian Peterson, right? I don't think that the same rules would apply for Jaydon Blue as they would like Adrian Peterson. But we ain't talking about Adrian Peterson. We talking about Jaydon Blue. Coach Schottenheimer has created this world to where the most consistent guys are going to play. The best guys, we could talk about it and figure it out, but everything's a competition, and competition is more than just, are you better than me? Competition is, am I doing things the right way? Assignment, consistency, things of that nature. It's more than just Jaydon Blue runs faster than Miles Sanders. Sometimes it's picking up blocks. Sometimes it's picking a hole. Sometimes it's lining up in the right place. We don't know exactly what the issue is, but Coach did give us some insight on it. I'll play that audio for you right now.
Kind of answered your own question there, Tommy, because it is.
Shouts out to Tommy Yards for asking Coach the Question, by the way. He asked, Coach, he ain't say it exactly like this, but Tommy said something like this. He said, hey, dog. Tommy ain't say hey, dog. He was like, hey, dog, what the business is with Jaydon Blue, Mizey Smith, Shamar James, some of the other guys that were inactive, right? Schotty said this.
Kind of answered your own question there, Tommy, because it is consistency. You know, at the end of the day, young players, it hits at different times, you know, and I'll talk about, you know, Jaydon. He's extremely talented. I mean, he really is talented, but there's a way you have to perform, especially with a mantra of compete every day. I mean, you know, if you're not putting it out there and you're not doing right every day, and if you take a step back on a Thursday, maybe you did great on Wednesday and on Thursday, I'm not saying he did, but that's going to get noticed. And this was an incredibly talented roster, and you have to earn your chance to get out there. It's not because I was the first overall pick of the draft or whatever it is. Like, there's got to be a consistency, and I will speak to a guy like Tyler Booker. He's not been perfect. He didn't play perfect, but Tyler Booker has been very, very consistent.
First of all, that's hard. First things first. That's hard. That's hard. And that's real. And I think that that's something that the Cowboys haven't always had. Like, the Cowboys have been very player first. The Cowboys have been very coddle friendly. Shy to say, hey, Mozzie, you know, it ain't happening, bro. It ain't happening. You're going to have to be a little better for this to happen for you. Hey, Jaydon, Shamar. And look, the linebackers played terrible. But Jaydon, Shamar, it ain't happening. I need to see more. I need to see something else from you. I need to see consistent. Look, he said, what'd he say about Book? I thought that was a fantastic quote. What'd he say about Book? He say,
like, there's got to be a consistency, and I will speak to a guy like Tyler Booker. He's not been perfect. He didn't play perfect, but Tyler Booker has been very, very consistent.
He hasn't been perfect, but he's been consistent. I'll explain. You don't have to worry about big peaks and valleys. I think coaches just want confidence in that they don't have to deal with big peaks and valleys. Like, if you're a player that peaks, like when you good, you great, and when you bad, you horrific, and there's no middle ground. I can anticipate where Book is bad, right? If Book is bad somewhere, at least we know the handful of ways Book could be bad. If you Jaydon Blue and you perfect for 3 or 4 plays, and the 5th play you just line up anywhere, I think that matters. I think that matters, because now you talk about, you know, getting your quarterback killed, or you talking about procedural penalties. The Cowboys didn't have pre-snap penalties last week. They just had one. That was the 12-man penalty or whatever, right? You can kind of clean it up a little bit, right? But besides that, the Cowboys were the most penalized team in the league under Mike McCarthy. Just one penalty, one pre-snap penalty last week, right? And you can cut down on most of your penalties by cutting down on pre-snap joints, man. And we're a team that lines up with tempo changes a lot, a bunch of shifts, a bunch of motions. And Jaydon Blue, you may be more athletic than Miles Sanders, but I don't know where you gonna line up. I'm not saying that's exactly what happens. I'm just using context clues with my thinking cap on. I just encourage y'all to do the same. Shouts out to Schotty, bro. I rock with it. I want to see Jaydon Blue on the field real bad. But if your lows are super low, I'll live with that. I'll live with you being off until your floor is a little higher. We know what Blue's ceiling is, but I'm fine moving on or just sitting you down for a little bit till your floor is a little higher. Now, does your running back room take a hit? 1,000% your running back room takes a hit. But I think this culture thing, that goes through the roof, because that sends a message. I think that sends a message. So now, if you James Houston, let's say you James Houston and you playing better than Donovan Ezeraku, there's actual tangible evidence that some nonsensical can be played over a draft pick, over a high draft pick. A 7th round defensive tackle is playing over a 1st round defensive tackle right now. I think this means everything. And Schotty built this thing around culture and competition and fighting for your spot. If you Marshawn Nealon or James Houston, you looking at Dante Fowler, Donovan Ezeraku, and maybe now you put in a little extra work. Those guys work hard already, but maybe they put in an extra, some extra work to take those spots. If you're Ryan Flournoy, then maybe you put in a little, maybe there's an extra oomph and practice for you to come and take that spot from Jalen Tolbert. And then on the flip side, there's the high equity people. There's the Jalen Tolbert that you spent a 3rd round pick on. There's the Donovan Ezeraku that you spent a 2nd round pick on. There's Dante Fowler that you spent real money on. Now they're looking at that situation going, dog, Miles Sanders is sitting Jaydon Blue. That makes sense to y'all? Solomon Thomas and Jay Toia, they're keeping Mozzie on the bench. I wish you can get that running back on the field, but I can't lie, Schotty. That's hard. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. I'll drop another one soon. Peace.